Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, all that stuff we didn't get to during the course of the show today. And I'm sorry the Aftercast is a little bit late. We had to stop and pause for a minute for Betty Rock to watch Mike Rowe on TV.
He was with
Mark and Kelly, yeah.
Mark and Kelly. Oh, the man has aged well, like a fine cheese.
Yeah, he really
has aged well.
He's got that voice, too, man. That voice is low.
I know.
Yeah, Betty Rock has a crush on Mike Rowe. And I would love nothing more to see you married to Mike Rowe because he is single. How old is he, Gavin? Can you look at him?
Do you guys want to guess?
I think he's older than me. I think he's 58. No, 59. Okay. I'm going to say 59.
Betty, how old do you think your love of your life is?
I think he's older than that. I think he's 62.
Oh.
He is 62.
Is he really? That's pushing it.
I know.
Isn't it? For Freddie at 39, that's pushing it.
That's 43 years? No, 23.
No. 23 years. Oh,
23
she's like,
year difference.
Yeah, that's not bad. You're an old soul.
That's not terrible.
No, that's not horrible.
It could be worse.
And he's rich.
And he's fine.
Yeah. Betty, it's so funny. Betty doesn't comment a lot about this stuff, but Mike Rowe is her celebrity crush, bar none. Like him and Elvis.
I think I'm over him, and then he speaks.
Yeah.
Right back in.
He's right there. If I could introduce you guys, I would in a heartbeat, but I don't know him, unfortunately. Speaking of crushes, we were talking the other day on the Aftercast about knowing your number, like where you think you are on a scale of 1 to 10, and that how you would...
Looks-wise.
Yeah, looks-wise, and that you tend to date people in that same number range, okay? I just out of nowhere at random was flipping through TikTok, and this girl comedian came up talking about the exact same thing, and it made me laugh.
I've recently realized I'm the least attractive of all my friends. Anybody do that yet? Realize you're the glue, the adhesive, the cave troll holding it all together? That's good. Don't feel bad for me when I say that either. Like, notice I didn't say ugliest, I said least attractive, because I don't think I'm ugly. I am a solid 5 with a great personality. Yeah, with the right lighting and Bible verse on eHarmony. I am gonna land a real big fish, you guys. But I know where I stand. Like, I'm real average looking, okay? Like, if I were a color, I'd probably be beige. No, but I know where I am. Solid 5. It's important to know your number because that determines what you can go for romantically. All right? Right? Like, I'm a 5 means I can go for other 5s and 6s, maybe an insecure 7 if I'm feeling pretty. Sometimes I'll flirt with a 2. Give back a little. We have always settled as a people throughout history. Some of you aren't laughing. That's because you were settled for. Do you see?
I just love that. It's funny, and it was so timely. So, Betty Rock, let me see. Because I know looks aren't everything to you, but then you factor in Mike Rowe to this, and you find him very attractive. So, how many numbers down would you date? Because I think you could date above your number, although there's not many numbers above your number. So
Nice.
I think you could date below your number easy. How many numbers below your number? Let's put you at...
What number do you think?
Let's put you at a 9. And
That's being very generous.
Oh, no.
I would put myself at a 7.
No.
Yes.
No. A solid 8. Solid 8.
Solid 8.
Yeah. Okay.
I think 6, man.
Thanks. Here's the thing. I can only judge it off of crushes I've had in the past.
Yeah, okay.
And I would say that there was a guy that I was very interested in. In the looks department, not a catch.
Oh, really?
Not a catch. But once you got to know him and his personality,
But you became
it
Prince Charming?
yeah.
Frog,
Oh,
kiss
it's
me.
easy.
That's fascinating.
If he had asked me out, I would have said yes.
Really?
But he didn't.
I wonder
Ended
if he
up getting
was
engaged, got married to that woman. now
But
they
but
have
she's
babies.
not in your
What a
league,
bum.
though. Like, she's probably
No,
a
she's
6.
beautiful.
What?
She's beautiful.
No.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I would say that he definitely married up. But when you get to know him,
Sure.
I think any girl would fall victim to
Really?
him. Yeah, he's just funny. Not saying that funny is everything.
But
'cause
that's a
it's
big
not.
thing to you, though.
Yeah. But he was tall, dark, maybe not handsome, but
Tall, dark, and funny.
but
He's tall, dark, and funny.
I thought he was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say If I give myself a 7,
Okay.
I would go down at least to a 5.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's hope. That gives the 5s in this world hope. Because there's not a lot of hope for us down on the bottom half of the scale. You know, we just look up. It's like looking at heaven. You know, you're like, oh, one day to be there. Wouldn't that be great? But we realize we're in purgatory.
Oh, good grief.
so
Y'all are both married. Y'all are fine. You
Oh,
ain't
I
got to
know.
worry about it.
Did you see this? RedBox filed for bankruptcy.
No, I just
Yeah.
saw one the other day.
I know they're like
Long time coming.
I know, like I'm still surprised that they were still
Yeah.
in operation.
Just
like
DVDs in general. It's just starting
Right.
to become this thing that I look at. I'm like, maybe I should put that with the VHS tapes now.
I never thought it would happen, honestly. Like when people started talking about streaming, and it was so sketchy and so slow and jumpy. I'm like, if they don't
Sketchy.
get that worked out, it's not going to work. And then they did. They figured out bandwidth, and now streaming is amazing. Like I love it. I never thought I would stream music, but I do. And video, like I don't have cable anymore. I'm all streaming services. And I really do like it. And so, yeah, that was the death nail when they figured that out for RedBox. But they are completely, they're trying to reorganize, but they are like $970 million in debt. That is a lot. It's a lot
I
of
feel
DVDs
like they had a
have.
lot of time coming to get all these things in order, because with streaming services getting more and more popular,
Yeah.
I would think that they'd be like, okay, let's get our affairs in order because we are a dead man walking.
Well, they tried streaming as well, but streaming is actually really expensive. And so they already had all this crushing debt, and so they tried streaming, but it never like took off like the, Amazon Prime or Apple or, whatever, Hulu, YouTube, all that stuff. But it's weird. They got bought by a company years ago, Chicken Soup for the Soul. You remember the book?
Yeah.
And this is Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. Did they diversify? They made that much money off the book, and then they bought RedBox?
That's a thing.
Seems like a crazy bad investment, because when they bought them, they inherited about $370 million in debt. So I guess they figured they were going to turn it around. Oh, you wide-eyed optimist at Chicken Soup for the Soul.
They were reading too many of their books.
Exactly. How'd that work out for you? Lady Rock, what do you got?
Okay, so I've got a list of the things that used to be common for us, but now they've sort of vanished quietly. One of them includes the shoes that used to have wheels on them.
Heelys.
The kids had
I
them all
always
the
wanted
time.
them. Never got any.
Yeah, they were huge, but not anymore.
I had a pair of Heelys type shoes before Heelys came out, because Heelys came out and it just had the one roller ball in the heel, and it was really subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Before those came out, there were some, but 2 wheels came out on the ball of your foot and the heel, so it was like a skate. Mm-hmm. And the shoe looked like this giant platform shoe, like Gene Simmons would wear or something, And so I had those.
Oh, you did?
I did, because I bought them I was working
You
at
wanted
Radio
to look
Disney.
taller?
No, I know I did. I was working at Radio Disney for the time, and we were doing this world tour of the show, and it was like kind of like a Nickelodeon live thing. It was a lot of fun, and so I bought these skate shoes, and they weren't like really prevalent, so I was skating all around the stage with the
cool.
shoes. It was fun.
Yeah.
But Heelys,
You
I
never
don't.
fell?
Once. I don't think I would do well with Heelys where it's the one wheel on your heel.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, my balance is getting worse as I get older.
Prizes and cereal boxes. I didn't know
Yes.
that, but it said that they've mostly switched to QR codes where you get a link to a mobile app.
That's
Such a bummer.
That's lame.
Do you remember prizes in cereal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Wasn't it the best? Did you ever? Well, you didn't have siblings, because like when you have siblings, you fight over the prize.
That's true.
And my mom would dictate who got the prize, and then I could never wait till it was empty. So I would get a giant mixing bowl. I would pour all the cereal into the mixing bowl, take the prize out, and then re-put the cereal back in the mixing bowl. And
Think
sometimes
smarter, not harder.
I know, and I would do that on my turn, and then every once in a while the greed got a hold of me, and I'm like, that's weird. There's no prize in this box. Sorry, Jenny, didn't know that
the
happened.
prizes really weren't all that grand.
Yeah, but it was a free thing in a box of sugar. It was great.
Yeah, so kids have kind of been gypped from that.
Absolutely.
Picture in picture. It's features on TV. So
Yeah.
it used to be where you could watch something on the
2
big
shows.
screen, but then there'd be a smaller box at the bottom, and that would show something else. Really handy for sports events, I could see. But now people have their phones, so it's
Yeah.
not really needed
I
anymore.
watch my phone while I watch TV, and my wife's like, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I keep the sound down. And sometimes I'll watch TikTok with no sound, or I'll watch
This
Facebook
is why we have a
Marketplace."
very short attention span because we're going back and forth even during commercial breaks. You can't-
Absolutely. I watch it during the show. I'm just like, and I listen to TV more than watch it. And if something piques my interest, then I look at it.
Voiceovers in movie trailers.
Oh, really?
They said that they're not as common anymore.
Huh. I guess it's just all action. Because it used to
I
be,
don't know. I haven't.
in a world,
Right.
one man.
Right. I don't think that's a thing anymore.
Yeah.
And then finally, they said paid lunch breaks. It used to be 9 to 5. That used to mean 8 hours with a break in the middle. But
Yeah.
a lot of companies have switched to 9 to 6 at some point, and people are just letting it happen.
Oh, really?
I would speak up.
Yeah,
Be
oh, I know you would.
No, thank you.
About lunch? You would. You always do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to take advantage of.
Yeah. Do you got any birthdays?
Yes, I do. Emily, they spelled it neat. Emmalee.
Oh, that actually is phonetic.
Yeah.
Emily.
She's
Emily.
Emma Lee. Is it Emma Lee?
Oh,
Is it
Emily.
a two-name
Emily.
thing?
No.
Like Emily?
It's
Not
all together,
Emily.
Emily.
I like it.
Yeah. Said I love my beta fish, Louie, and guppy boys, Flame, John Valjean.
John Valjean. It's from Les Mis.
Jean
One
Valjean.
day more.
There's Finn Diesel, not Vin.
Oh,
but
that's
Finn,
funny.
And Nimbus.
That's funny.
She likes painting, making music, taking naps.
The fish? No, I'm just kidding.
And she said she likes drugs, but she said, I'm a legal drug dealer in training, aka a pharmacy
my
student.
Oh, nice.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a hard degree, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to know so much stuff of how all these other things interact with each other.
Yeah.
I would forget too much stuff anymore. I wouldn't read the whole book. So I would be.
Skim.
I would. I'd be two things I'd be really bad at: pharmacy and piloting. Like, because I'd be like, all right, we got most of it. Let's go. Let's just do this. Like, I don't want to read. I don't really want to read much of
skims.
anything.
He might be ADHD.
Yeah.
And he's
My
he's
first flight,
impatient.
I would walk into the cockpit and I would like go, "Hey, is there a place where I can put my laptop down?" And we got Wi-Fi, right? Why? I got to YouTube some stuff, you know.
And one more.
You got one more? Let's do it. Let's go.
Steven.
Hey,
Celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday,
Congratulations.
Steven. Said love Legos, dogs, and Zelda.
Love all of those things.
Emily has a great question, one that we can get to later. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, yeah. I want some time to prepare for it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really good. So
So
maybe
we'll
we'll
get
do
back
that.
with it, Emily.
Maybe tomorrow on the Aftercast. So there you go. That's going to have to do it for your Aftercast for today. We're talking to the Sight and Sound people where I went and saw Daniel in Lancaster and Branson. Really interesting, like Broadway-style plays that are all about Bible stories. And so we have Katie Miller. She's one of the founders' granddaughters, and super nice lady. And then we're going to play a game with one of the actors who played Daniel. And so it's a lot of fun. And we'll have some of that stuff on our podcast later, maybe even tomorrow. So there you go. That's going to do it for your Aftercast. Thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.